Palm Tree Entertainment, boy, man. SOD Money Gang. Get out my kitchen, swag. I got the dishes. Move, get out my kitchen, swag. Ayy, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, chef, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that boy cook, let that boy cook, you gotta let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that boy cook, ayy, let that boy cook, you gotta let that boy swag, cooking in the kitchen, mac and cheese with the chicken, you cooking like a bitch, man, you only making biscuits, hopped up off the bed, I turned my chef on, fuck the hate in my apron, Teflon, get y'all the #1 rule to this cook, see a nigga move, you gotta let that boy cook, see a bitch move, you gotta let that boy cook, if you getting money, man, they gotta let that boy cook. Let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, chef, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that boy cook, let that boy cook, you gotta let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that boy cook. Let that boy cook, you gotta let that boy swag. Pose on my dick, cause I look like a spatula. Bitch, get on your knees, I want that neck like Dracula. Knife, pot, chef, master chef, five bitches, they don't love me, they just only love my chef skills. Yeah, you try to rest, let me show you how to best feel. Pose on my dick, cause I get cake like Aunt your mama. I ain't saving you shit, I want the whole enchilada. Let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, chef, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, now let that boy cook.
Oh, this is crazy right here, man. John Boy, I see you. Let me throw my apron on. Knife check, fork check. G-Willz, and you know I let that boy cook. Show after show, so my schedule left that boy book. She wanna see my tat, told me that'll get your girl took. Hit her with that D, so you know I left that girl hooked. Now watch that boy chef, I don't let my girl cook. And I get the whipping when I listen to that boy hook. Ready to sign if you talking about them commas. When I seen her in the kitchen, this is what I told my mama. I said,
let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, chef, let that boy cook, knife, let that boy chef, fork, let that boy cook, pot, let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that boy cook, let that boy cook, you gotta let that boy swag, now let that boy cook, let that boy cook, let that boy cook, you gotta let that boy swag. Shout out to SBZ, Lil B.I.C. man. Gotta let that boy cook. Palm Tree Entertainment, SODMG, Swish Gang, everybody cooking, man. Swag.